It's just that, I'm scared. It's as if I can only breathe through you, paint through you. I'm just nothing by myself.
Listen, don't worry. It'll be all right.
You lost something, Joe?
A job, I think.
What's happened?
Relieved of his duties, pending an internal inquiry.
How did that come about?
Guess the women needed some sort of scapegoat. Had to be me. Full internal inquiry, the whole box and dice, thanks to Mrs. Davidson.
Well, still, she would have needed pretty good grounds for that.
Guess she was listening to Burns. Tell you something, Jimmy. Never tried and do anything to help these silly bitches in here. All I did was tell Anderson that $100,000 was a damn good price for her house. Now she claims that I was having her.
Oh, still, you've been through one of these before, haven't you?
A Royal Commission, yeah. And after that, you're marked for life, whether you're guilty or not. Even decent blokes like yourself start thinking no smoke without fire.
No, of course not.
Ah, come on, Jimmy. You must have thought yourself. Must be him. Who else could it possibly be?
Well, I'd never condemn any man without proof.
Well, you're the only one, then. No, Vera was right. This is no job for a man. These sluts are out to knack you the minute you step in the door. And that's staff and crims, both of them. Still, why tell you? You've been through it yourself.
Yes, I must admit I've had a few problems.
I know. So long, Jimmy.
Good luck, Joe.
Thanks.
What are you going to do now?
It's been suggested that I take up real estate.
I wish you could take me out to dinner.
So do I. But I can't. That's impossible.
Oh, can't you change the conditions of the parole? I mean, you are my manager. How can you be expected to look after my affairs if you can't have any contact?
Well, this is borrowed time. We just have to accept that.
You could find a way. You found a way to get me out of jail.
Yeah, that was a once-er. You can't manipulate public opinion all the time, or all that easily.
But I'm still news, aren't I? I mean, just, tell the papers we love each other and that it's only red tape keeping us apart. And well, they'd do it if I was a Russian ballet dancer.
Yeah, they probably would. But you are not a Russian ballet dancer. The fact of the matter is that you're very lucky to be out of tour.
If you loved me, you'd try.
So we can't use all the journos all the time. If we don't ease up, we lose our credibility.
Oh, and that'd affect my sales, wouldn't it?
Yes. Not that matters. Now listen, you've been released on parole, right? Well, that means there's a big question mark hanging over your head. Now, what you have to do is prove to them that you're absolutely reliable. Now, the best way you can do that is to finish your work on time. That'll impress the parole board more than anything else, man. Promise.
Work?
Yeah, that's it. Paint your way out of it. Just try. For us.
I'm here to see Mrs. Birdsworth.
Weren't you here yesterday?
Yes.
Yes, well, I'm afraid Mrs. Birdsworth's had her weekly quota of visits.
Yeah, well, I'm her daughter, and I come down from the country. Marcia Huntley?
Well, our Mrs. Birdsworth's on view only once a week, didn't she tell you?
No, she said it'd be all right. As welcome as the flowers was her actual words.
No, well, Lizzie's been here long enough to know the regulations by now. You can see her next week, but not today, I'm afraid.
Yeah, but I got to go back tonight. I don't know when I'll be down next. She was expecting me. Well, I'd hate to disappoint her. She's so old and frail, you know.
Well, she's old, all right, but hardly frail. All right, I'll take you through. But get it right next time,
Yes,
okay?
yes.
Sign in, please.
Why didn't you bring Josie with you?
I just didn't want to upset her, Mum.
She was all right last time.
Oh, no, not the jail. I mean, well, we got to say goodbye, because going back to the country tonight.
What do you mean? You've only just got here.
Yeah, I know, but I just can't afford it anymore. I can't afford the boarding house anymore.
Haven't you got any mates you could stay with?
No, we're country people, Mum.
Listen, Marcy, you've got to come to the city. We got a lot of time to make up. You, me, and Josie. You should see her, Mr. Fletcher. She's a real little sweetheart. You got to come down here and then we can see each other every day.
Once a week, Lizzie. You ought to know that by now.
Oh, don't take any notes of him. His bark's worse than his bite, isn't it, Mr. Fletcher?
Look, Mum, I really would love to stay down here, but I can't. I mean, I've only got my widow's pension and the child allowance.
What you going to do then?
I don't know. Maybe Mr. Reed could fix us up with another travel voucher, something like that.
Oh, God, that'd take forever. Listen, I've got some money coming to me. 20 years and all for nothing. They've got to make it up to me. I'll see you right.
No, I couldn't take your money, Mum.
You'd be doing me a favour. It's only money. What's it worth if I can't see me granddaughter grow up?
No, it's good of you, but I can't. I can't.
Come on. Time, ladies, please.
Goodbye, love.
Goodbye, Mum.
Come on, Lizzie.
And we'll be seeing each other again sooner than you think.
Come on, girls. Move it, Jim. Mrs. Jackson, have you seen Judy around? She's gone to see the governor. Why? Well, I think someone should keep an eye on Jude. Did you see her last night? She was ticking like an unexploded bomb. I'm sure Mrs. Davidson can cope. You get back to work, Bea. Oh, what's up now, Lizzie?
Oh, nothing, Mrs. Jackson. Pete, what am I gonna do?
Well, you could blow your nose, for starters. Keep it.
But it's yours, Pete.
I just lost interest in it.
Pete, Marcy just came to see me. She's then going back to the bush.
Well, that's where they live, isn't it?
Make you laugh, wouldn't it? All that money coming to me and I can't even afford to see my own family.
Well, how much are you short?
A couple of $100 and Marcy would have no worries.
Why don't you ask Doreen for a loan? She's got money lying around the bank doing nothing.
Where is she? Oh,
Good, faster than the speeding bullet.
I don't know, Lizzie.
oh, come on, love, I'll pay it back.
I know you would, Lizzie, but see, I've got to give some to Kevin, because Jock Stewart's mate's made an awful mess of his truck, and I know he'll get the insurance, but that won't be tomorrow.
Oh, come on, Dor. Tomorrow might be too late. I've got to see Josie again. I could be dead by the time they come back.
Oh, all right, Lizzie. I don't suppose Kevin needs it all, but how are we going to get to it?
Mrs. Jackson might know.
Well, Mr. Reed might be able to arrange something.
Can we go to the bank straight away and get it?
You won't be going to the bank, Lizzie. It's Doreen's money, after all. Now, you get back to work. You come with me, Doreen. We'll see what Mr. Reed has to say.
Doesn't his own confession mean anything to you? Jock Stewart told me he killed her.
Legally, that confession means nothing at all. No one else can corroborate it.
But I know he killed her.
For what reason?
Look, everybody in the whole damn prison knows that Stewart was heavying Doreen about selling her house. Now, my guess is that Sharon
That's
overheard...
all it is, Bryant. A guess.
Oh, my God. You people are unbelievable. Does a person lose all of their rights just because they're in prison? Can an innocent woman be slaughtered just like a nano because she's behind bars?
That she fell. No one can prove that she was pushed. The coroner has to bring in a verdict of accidental death. The same would apply if it happened in her own home.
Oh. You lot really look after your own, don't you? Why should I worry about Jock Stewart? He's just another maggot in this whole rotten system.
I shall talk to you again when you are calmer. Take her away, Mrs. Knox.